Hello boys and girls, and welcome to my preview of Arsenal's up-and-coming Premier League match against West Bromwich Albion on Boxing Day. This is the perfect opportunity to get back to winning ways after the awful performances against Everton and Man City. Now, I don't really want to dwell on those performances too much, but I do feel that I've got a little left in my system that I need to get out. You useless bunch of overpaid. You carry on playing like that with no heart and no passion, and you really will have me to deal with. You useless bunch of. I feel a little better now. We can move on. Let's go. So, West Brom come to town on Boxing Day. What can we expect from West Brom and a Tony Pulis side? It will be down to us as the home team to find a solution to break them down. We have struggled at home, and that is my only concern. So far this season, West Brom are doing actually really well. I know they lost their last game 2-0 to Manchester United, but they're currently sitting 8th in the table, and they are battling it out for a top 6 with the likes of Manchester United. They have currently conceded 21 goals this season, so they are there to be got at. I feel if we get an early goal, then it will open things up and the game will be a little more easier. But the longer we go without scoring, you can kind of feel that there's going to be a sense of deja vu and a sense of frustration within the fans, and the Emirates is not the greatest of places at the moment. We as fans need to get behind them, and we do need to just be patient and try and break them down if it doesn't come early. Their current top goal scorer this season is Rondon with 7. Now, a lot of those goals have been from headers, so we will have to watch crosses in the box. The danger man for me putting those balls in the box is Brom. He's their top assister this season with 5, so we're going to have to nullify that threat because you know how weak we have been over the past few weeks from crosses. Overall, I think it will be a tough game. It won't be as easy as some might suggest, but it is the perfect opportunity, as I said, to bounce back and get 3 points in the bag. Christmas is a very busy period and it is notoriously hard. The one thing we do not need right now is any more drop points. Our next 3 games over the Christmas period going into the new year are all winnable, and I do not accept anything but 9 points out of 9. As for Arsenal, what do I expect? Well, I expect a reaction. I expect a team that's pumped up, and I expect a team that wants to right their wrongs. I expect a team that wants to make amends to the fans and even the manager for their performance in that second half, especially against Man City. The players know exactly how important it is right now, and I don't think that they need too much talking to in terms of motivation for this game. I've heard that Arsenal players actually cancelled their Christmas party this year. Maybe you have taken a long hard look at yourselves and realised that you have let the fans down and that you're not playing to the potential that we and yourselves know you can produce. In terms of team selection, I am expecting changes. I would make changes. There's a lot of players that have been on the fringes that haven't been getting their chances, and I feel that they deserve their chances. There's some players that seem to play every single week and their performances are not justifying their selection. My Arsenal 1 to 11 would be very, very simple. In goal, David Ospina. I will take Cech out. He has been ropey for a few weeks and there is no excuses for that second goal that he conceded against Man City. I have watched it again and David Silva did not cross his line when that shot was taken. He should have saved it. It's that simple. His distribution's been poor. I just feel that David Ospina deserves his chance. He's played 6 matches this season, all within the Champions League, and he has performed well in every single one. And remember, we are unbeaten in the Champions League. 2 games in particular stand out for me, and that was against PSG. David Ospina was man of the match in both of those games for me, and if it wasn't for him, we would have got an absolute hammering. So I feel that he deserves his chance, and I do trust him. In at left back, I'll put Kieran Gibbs. Nacho Monreal looks a completely different player this season. He looks slower. Teams have now identified him as a weakness, and they are putting pacey wingers up against him and causing him problems week after week after week. Kieran Gibbs has performed every time he's came in. His last match against Basel, if it wasn't for Lucas Perez scoring a hat-trick, he was man of the match for me. Couple of assists in that game, and he is ready. He is chomping at the bit to get a start in the team, and I feel that he deserves that chance now. He needs a good run of 5, 6, 7 games to stake his place in the team as our first choice left back. Centre back, Laurent Koscielny. Do I need to say any more? He's our captain, he's our leader, he goes in there. Alongside him, Rob Holding. I would take Gabriel out. He's had a couple of games to get in there as the centre-back pairing, and we have looked all over the place. All 4 goals that we conceded against Everton and Man City were all avoidable. They were poor defensive mistakes and they were poor goals to concede. Rob Holding's last match, he came in against Basel in the Champions League and he was excellent alongside Laurent Koscielny. You look at the Basel goal they scored and it was a great piece of skill and a brilliant goal. Them kind of goals you can allow. They are great skills and things that you can't really do much about. The goals against Everton and Man City though, as I said, they are all avoidable. And I feel Rob Holding deserves his chance alongside Laurent Koscielny whilst Mustafi is regaining fitness. Right back, Hector Bellerin. Don't need to say no more on that. Glad we've got him back and he does what he has to do. The one player in the team that I feel understands the fans. The one player that I feel understands what we're going through. Defensive midfield pairing, Saka, Coquelin. Very simple, keeping it with those two. The only thing about Xhaka is that I will say stop jumping in. The last couple of games you've been jumping in and you've been putting us under pressure. Stop. Stay on your feet and just play your game. Francis Coquelin, do what you're doing. You have been exceptional lately. In fact, you've been exceptional all season. One player that's really stood out for me. On the right hand side of midfield, I'd have Lucas Perez. Last time he started a game, he scored a hat-trick in the Champions League. He doesn't seem to have featured much since. I can't understand why. Arsenal fans can't understand why. I feel he deserves his chance. Oxlade-Chamberlain's out injured at the moment. Theo Walcott's not been producing, even though he scored a couple of goals. His overall game has been really poor. Lucas Perez for me deserves a chance, and this is the ideal opportunity to give him that chance. On the left-hand side of midfield, Alexi Sanchez. Now, I know you're thinking he's put him on the left, so who's going up front? Well, we'll get there in a second. Alexi Sanchez for this game moves to the left-hand side for me. Best player for me at Arsenal. Simple as that. The number 10 role, Mesut Ozil. Now, I was very, very tempted to take him out of my team after his last few performances. But let's not make no mistake about this. We do have a world-class player on our hands. So for me, Mesut Ozil keeps his role in that number 10 role. This is a big game for him and he's got to step up and perform. Up front, Olivier Giroud. Simple reason why I'm bringing Olivier Giroud back in the team for this game is because of the way that West Brom will set up. As I said, they'll play very deep, they will keep it compact and they'll keep it tight, and I don't think there will be a lot of space to run in behind for Alexis Sanchez if he plays up front. This is the ideal kind of game where we can put crosses into the box or play the balls up to Olivier Giroud to hold up and let the players like Alexis Sanchez and like Lucas Perez and Mesut Ozil to run onto when bits of space opens up. So there you have it. That's my preview of the game for Arsenal versus West Brom with my predicted 1-11. Let me know what you think. You know what to do if you haven't already. Subscribe. Make sure you like and comment. And remember, Boxing Day evening, I will be releasing the vlog from the game against West Brom. Let's hope it's a lot nicer than the last two that I've had to do against Everton and Man City. And as I always say, Arsenal, do not let me down.